Hey guys, welcome to 5nothing100nothing.com, and today is TGIF, and that stands for Thank God It's FUGIT, and FUGIT is me. That stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. And today, guys, I wanted to tell you all, as we roll into the weekend, it's a beautiful day, that I'm in love. I'm in love like I've never been in love before. And that is, I'm in love with me. Right? Now, what does that mean? Right? I think a lot of times maybe it's a self-defense mechanism when no one else loves you. That you're just like, I'm in love with me and blah, blah, blah. But let's add some layers on this shit, all right? Let's talk real. Let's talk about what that really means, and at least for me, what it means right here and right now. So you need to invest and work on your own personal growth, okay? There's a lot of distractions out there. There's, surfing the web. There's phone calls with friends. There's going out. There's going on social media. There's Netflix and chill and binge watching bullshit shows, right? And we've all done it, and it's a form of escapism. I even have a thing where I'll put like stupid little games on my phone because I'll have a tendency to fidget a lot. So I'll just be fidgety and I'm like, okay, I got to keep my hands going then, And so that kind of stuff, is a time waster. And if you really want to grow personally, if you really want to grow professionally and be a better person, you got to check that stuff sometimes and, work on being your best you, okay? Whatever that is, it's a multi-pronged approach. It's the physical, mental, and emotional, all of it. Physical, obviously. If you can't take off your shirt or your, put on a bathing suit or whatever without feeling a little bit self-conscious, you know what? Hit that gym a little harder, or hit the gym in general, Your body, you've got one, and you've heard this before, I'm sure. You've got one body, and you got to take care of it, because once you've used this body up, it's over, right? So take care of that body, you guys. Get in the gym, get outside, eat better, learn to eat better. I mean, you can Google anything, You don't have to go with the Dewey Decimal System at the library anymore to find books that were written a year or 2 years or older. All the newest, latest information is out there, you guys. I mean, YouTube videos, consume content, podcasts. If you've got a long commute somewhere, you can easily just plug that stuff in and knock it out. I have a YouTube premium subscription, and so whenever I'm consuming content, I can just simply with this premium subscription, which I believe is somewhere around $10 or $12 a month, whatever it is. I don't really care because it saves a lot of time in skipping ads. Plus, they have exclusive content, and you can use it as a music app and just listen to music. So if you've got a subscription to, a music app, you won't need that anymore if you use that. YouTube should pay me for that shit. Anyways, you can just continue to feed your mind on good stuff, I'm not saying brainwash yourself or program your mind, but feed yourself on good things that are going to help you grow, develop, and be a better person. When you're doing all those things, the mental side, think about not only your physical body, what you're eating, how you're nourishing yourself, how you're supplementing your body with good nutrition and whatnot. A real quick point on that is that when you do that, you're not going to see the results in one day. In fact, and this is the trainer in me coming out, so if I get on a little soapbox, I apologize. But when you are eating better and exercising, initially you're going to feel good about that you made a decision to change and to grow and to do something good for yourself. But it's going to get really old in a week when you're sore from working out. You've got twice the laundry from all your dirty, sweaty gym clothes. And when you're not able to indulge in the things you want to eat all the time, or the things that were maybe bad habits before, and you're getting rid of that stuff, you're going to start to feel a sense of deprivation. But it's all part of the process, you guys, and detoxing your body and getting that stuff out of your life, especially if it's holding you back from where you want to be. You've got to think long term and go, okay, if I get these things out of my body, I can achieve the body I want. I can feel better. I can eliminate these meds that I have to take for high blood pressure or for diabetes or pre-diabetic or all this other stuff. I'll sleep better. All these there's so many good things that come with taking care of your body. Especially if you've got a family history of certain illnesses and whatnot, you're going to be able to possibly reverse that and or, avoid a lot of crap down the road. So, take care of yourself, mentally, there's points in time where either I've read a lot of self-help material, done therapy, talked to therapists, whatnot. I'm back on that train, and it works really well to just get your thoughts out and kind of to organize what the hell's going on in your head, and make some sense of it. Your friends, your family, they'll listen to you and whatnot. But a therapist can, help guide those thoughts that you're having and help you to come to conclusions that maybe you just weren't putting it all together. So it's like you walk into a therapist's office, this is my opinion, and you've got a box of puzzle pieces. And it's like you dump it all on the table, and a therapist helps you to kind of put that together and, figure out some, strategies, some coping strategies. If you're on the fence about certain decisions, you can use that time with somebody who knows how to kind of guide your process into a healthier emotional place or mental place. I got ahead of myself, but emotionally too, there's a lot of factors that go into emotions or why you feel the way you feel. And sometimes when you're working out your stress in the gym and you're feeding yourself well, so now you're nourishing your brain with good food, good nutrition, and then you're taking care of the mental aspects, a lot of times the emotional side can start to become more stable as well. So all of that leads to self-awareness, and people I think want to believe they're all self-aware, and maybe there's levels of self-awareness, and you can always improve that level and be able to become a better you because of that. If you're extremely self-aware and you're very sure of the path you're taking and whatnot, you're going to be better for everybody. And it starts with being good for you. So a lot of times I think we think of, what would you think if I called you self-absorbed or self-centered, right? We usually use that as kind of a way as an insult of somebody else. I'm going to sneeze any second, but I'm trying not to. When you're self-absorbed and self-centered, I look at it as a good thing, and I'll explain why. I want you to be self-absorbed and self-centered, which, if you look at the definition of it, it means that you're chiefly concerned with your own thoughts, actions, motives, meaning like I want you to self-examine. Really look at yourself. There's a time and a place to be self-absorbed or self-centered, because until you do that, until you do the work on you, you're not going to be good for anybody, or you're not going to be as good as you could be for everybody. So, when you're self-absorbed and self-examining, think about, why you do, what you do, why you want what you want in your life, why you think what you think or the way you think, why you feel how you feel, and why you react the way you react. It goes deep, there's a lot there. And it's interesting too, because a lot of times it's overwhelming to do that work. And sometimes you've got to discipline yourself, especially if you haven't done it for a while, or let's say you're home and no one's around. I know a lot of people that live alone. I live alone, and I find myself doing this unless I'm really self-examining and I'm aware of this. But if no one's around, I don't hear anything. I don't hear I'm having conversation with anybody, I'll put on a podcast or I'll have TV in the background just to have some background noise. And what I realize is that what it's doing is it's blocking me from listening to that still small voice inside, listening to my heart, listening to my soul, listening to what's going on in my head. What are my fears? What do I have to do? What am I trying to accomplish? It stops me from like facing head on what's going on in my head. And a lot of times we're looking for distractions not to deal with the things that we know we need to, but we continue to put off. And by doing that, by just turning things off and listening to that still small voice inside of you, it's amazing how painful that can be, but how productive it can be. And it's a really good time to face it head on, because whatever emotions you're feeling, you're not worried about looking stupid in front of somebody. I've been on dates before, and many times, in fact, where I'm watching a movie and there's like a really heartfelt moment there, and I just feel myself getting choked up. And, as a man, I'm just like trying to like stay cool, or maybe I'll poke fun at it or joke, or, dismiss it because I don't want to deal with the emotions that moment is making me feel. Well, when you're alone, you can cry like a little baby on the ground, which I've done. You can get pissed off and just be like, full of rage and whatever, feel the emotions. I mean, you could really feel without fear of anyone around you judging you, or, just address that. Why am I feeling like this? And that's where the work with therapy, that's where when you're reading good books, good articles, listening to good content that's self-help, is going to help you to examine those things and to, be better, understanding the whys. Why am I feeling this right now? Sometimes you can't explain it, and that's when it's time to do some work and figure it out. It's your journey. It's your life. You've got one. And up to this point, you've had some awesome experiences. You've had some setbacks. You've had some lessons you keep repeating. So you want to stop the cycle? Well, stop the behavior. Stop your thought patterns. Stop, the same actions you're doing. All of us have habits. We have habits. We take the same way to work most of the time every day. We do the same things on the same days, etc. Sometimes our favorite shows dictate our nightlife. It's absurd. It's crazy, even with DVR. But God, sorry guys, it's allergy time. Eyes are puffy. At least the puffs will hide the wrinkles, I think. But you've got to do the work on yourself if you want a better life. If you want to be exceptional. If you want to be, your very best you, then do the work. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Talk to those that have done the work. There's various levels. Like if you think about any time in your life that you've had like extreme pain, or you've had growth and change, and good things have come, it's always usually come after a point of pain or change that wasn't easy, but it was necessary. Whether you wanted the change or life dictated change for you, you have a choice to grow through it, or to use it as your anthem to I guess, for lack of a better word, to like puss out or bitch out and not deal with it, but to be angry and resentful and stuff that shit deep inside. You don't want to do that. You want to be better, and until you love yourself, you won't be able to love anybody else with the same level that they deserve to be loved. And you need to just like step up, for lack of a better word, step up and be self-absorbed, self-examine, so that you can be self-aware and be your better you, because the world needs it. The world needs your best. Your partner needs your best. Your job needs your best. Everything in your life can improve when you first turn internally. And it doesn't mean necessarily that you've got to be a monk or a hermit and just go into hiding and you're going to come out fresh and anew. It's a process. It's change. Just like when you work out and you eat right, you're not going to see the results, but you do the daily habits, which then is going to lead you to be better. And the transformation doesn't happen in a week. It happens over time. And little by little, if you're taking photo evidence or you're measuring body fat or you're looking at the way your clothes fit, in due time, you will see the changes. And the same is with your mental and emotional health. You know, you do the work, you continue, you wrestle with it. You might have a setback, you might fall off the wagon, what have you. But in time, if you don't quit, you're going to see awesome, amazing results and be your better you. I just encourage you guys to think about that and be in love with yourself first. You know, don't be so self-preoccupied, meaning I don't want you to use this as a way to avoid life because you're always trying to perfect yourself. But what you take in, pour back out to the world, you know, whether it means making a YouTube channel or writing a blog or however you express yourself, you know, do that. And it's a beautiful thing when people can see your evolution, your progress. So it's always about progress, not perfection, you know. So it's your art, it's your canvas. Put whatever paint you want on it and make it the best one you can. So I'm going to stop the video, you guys. I am so stuffed up. Apologize for that, but it's real. It's damn real. So you guys have a great weekend. 5-0-100-0.com. Some people have asked me, what does 5-0-100-0 mean? If you haven't watched previous videos or the intro to this, the trailer, the movie Rudy back in the day, Rudy was a really small guy, and he basically was 5 foot nothing, and he weighed 100 and nothing. So for all my undersized underdogs out there, this is for you primarily, and for anybody else that sees maybe mentally you feel like you're 5-0, 100-0, or your self-esteem or whatnot. There's something in it for everyone, you guys. We're not that different from each other, all of us. So that's my kumbaya, and we are the world, and whatever else. But be you, celebrate it, accept yourself, but expect more of yourself. All right? That's all I got to say about that. You guys, enjoy, take care, like, share, subscribe. Spread the word, and don't spread your legs. I don't know what that was, but I'm probably going to cut that out. We'll see. All right, guys, take care.